All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Philadelphia Eagles. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it,
you felt pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
On the ball.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. It's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
Yeah, you don't like sneaky athletic, do you?
No.
That was kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, there has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Howard. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. On first down, they run with Howard. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On second down, Trubisky. He leaves this one for Howard. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
On 3rd down, this is Howard. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football. They just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Play action. Now Wentz. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, try to give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. They run with a Johnny. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
To throw his wins. It's over the middle. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field, and on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A big seam, and he might go all the way. It's a big-time run by Jordan Howard, 57 yards. He was over 100 yards a week ago, and he's well on his way once again.
Say it with me, partner. Encore, encore. This guy's headed towards getting it done one more time.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. On first, they go right back to Howard. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
He filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. This is Howard on 2nd down, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing here, Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole, because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback.
Ojai hit. He lost the football. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not only going to tip it, I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. Over the middle, the tight end Shaheen with it. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run through, he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Howard. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. Crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's find 2. Let's find 2. 4 down. Don't go.
They'll start out on the ground with a J. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now a play fake. Wentz. And incomplete here on 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Open space inside the 10. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Trubisky keeps it himself. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, as the first half is winding down. And the Bears are in for 6. Parkey adds the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. He spins free. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And with great field position here, chance for some points before the break.
That's prime real estate. Just have to decide how they want to try and take their shot to try and put those points on the board.
Here's Ajayi. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And Elliott puts this one through. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. This one taken from the 7. Able to spin free. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Go, go. You got four. You got four.
This is a Ajayi. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. His throw incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
Everyone's got four. 4 down.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They give them 12 yards and a first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. That is caught at the 7. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Sunday.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Hey. We got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Ram.
They get it to him running left. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now it's Ajayi. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jay Ajayi, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Oh, but I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They go with Howard again. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from tilting the rock that much.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They go play action with Trubisky. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. On play action, Wentz. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. 3rd down here.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. Flush to his right. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Come on now, come on now, let's go.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Aguilar has it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down. Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Wentz now to throw. Drops it off to Ajayi. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. Wentz. He may try and run for this. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
A 1st down carry for Henry, and he stopped immediately there. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols. run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Wentz to throw. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Elliott now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Let's go, let's go.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play of who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you've got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are likely going to win it. And out come the Eagles. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Let's go, great.
Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.